Here we go, live yet again. Sunday night, 6th of July, 7:18 p.m. Belgian time. Had a long weekend, had a good weekend. Gearing up for the surgery in 3 days. And yeah, man, wanted to hop on, do a quick Ask Me Anything, see what's good. I'm hoping that this time more of our American friends have already woken up. My day was good. It was chill. So like last night we had a like a block party. So basically it's like every 2 years we have like a street fest. So the whole street comes together. We have a barbecue, we play some games, we drink. It's fun. And so this morning I drank, I want to say maybe like 6 beers, 5 beers, not even six, no. Um, so then this morning, woke up, um, I went to the gym, fasted. I'm just like, the older I get, the more I'm becoming focused on not eating to eat, eating when it feels right. And this is gonna sound crazy as a bodybuilder, but I'm definitely stepping away from the 3 meals a day idea. And if you want to be a real bodybuilder, you got to eat like 5 times a day. But that's no longer my journey. That's no longer my path. I also really don't intend on ever really bulking up again like that. I just want to get leaner, get faster, get healthier, get tighter. So 2 meals a day, more than enough. And so I went to the gym, fasted. I hit back. I did about two different back exercises. It just went heavy as hell. Single arm pulls, 5 plates per arm. So that's 100 kgs. That's 220 pounds per arm, single arm pulls, and then I did some leg curls. That was that. Not every gym session has to be an hour and a half, balls to the wall. Drush Narush, are you returning to Mexico or is that all over? I am still paying rent in Mexico. Like I still have my room there. I still have my job there. I'm still working for that job. So I'm definitely going back to Mexico um, once I'm recovered from the surgery. Um, now, Antonin, my gym is never overcrowded. I advise you to find a gym that's not overcrowded. They are out there, they do exist. Um, but yeah, I'm definitely going back to Mexico. A lot of people have been asking me about this, about my future in Mexico. I'm not one to make rash decisions, and even though my last couple of months in Mexico were not the best, not the greatest, I'm not gonna jump ship that easily. I'm not gonna, you know. I will say this without making any definitive statements. I do feel like my time in Mexico. I don't even want to say it might be coming, and it might be coming to an end in the next like 6 7 months, but that's not sure. It's just how I feel right now. What's up, Blake? Shout out to India. Um, I just feel like there's something inside of me that's changing, that's shifting. I've already mentioned that I um I keep talking about wanting a family and wanting to own a house and all those things. But at some point you gotta make the proper sacrifices to actually obtain that. Like you could talk about it all you want. but at some point you have to be like, you have to actually, you know, do it if that's what you want. Um, do you have a written rule whenever you drink alcohol or eat something unhealthy, you go harder in your workouts? Hmm. Well, no, because first of all, that's impossible because I go as hard as I physically and possibly can when I work out in my every workout. I act like it's my last workout. It's very much the Dorian Yates principle. Like I go balls to the wall every workout. Um, when I drink the night before, there's just no way to emulate that intensity. I'm just like the body's too tired, and the alcohol affects me too much towards that. So it's quite the opposite. I don't really. I also don't I don't dramatize like a night out drinking. Like people are way too focused on what you do in a week, what you do in a month, than they are what you do in a year. It's way more important, like what you do in the long term. So yeah, people seem to be like, I'm gonna go. Have you considered moving back in with your family, grind hard, save money? Um, mm, I don't want to do that. After a certain age, living with your parents becomes hard, both for me and them. Um, yeah, and the money I would save, it wouldn't be. Now, if I could save, let's say, 1,000, like at least $1,000 a month, then but then think about it. I would save 1,000 a month, let's say. Do that for a year. Now I have $12,000. In the grand scheme of things, that's not gonna make or break me, or that's not gonna make a difference between my ability to buy a property or not. Does that make sense? And so you can say, "Oh, then you gotta do it for 5 years, then you have, like 60K." Yeah, but now I'm 5 years older and I just sacrificed 5 years of my absolute prime. Doesn't make sense to me. Doesn't make sense. Um, you always have to look at the pros and cons, and you have to be smart about that. Um, like, I used to put money above everything else, like most people. For example, buying flights. I'm not doing connecting flights anymore from Mexico to Europe to Belgium. It's horrible. Like it is 100% worth it for me to pay $100 more if that means I have a direct flight. Like, yeah, and that's something that I feel comes with age. The older you get, the less willing you are to sacrifice certain things. And yeah, basically that's it. People seem to be racist against gringos in Mexico. Yeah, like actually in my neighborhood where I always film and where I always live, there has been this crazy protest on the 4th of July last Friday, and a bunch of activists trashed and shattered a bunch of stuff and destroyed a lot of property. Ironically, Mexican property. Always interesting how these manifestations seem to coincide with robbing these boutique stores with a bunch of expensive gear. Funny how that works, right? Um, that's just a few people. Like that's just some idiots that are just like looking for a looking for a way to be angry, like a way to vent their anger. Like that's not the real world. Like like happens maybe once a year, and even if it does, like it wouldn't bother me. I wouldn't be scared of that crowd. I wouldn't like. Yeah, I wouldn't really care to be honest with you. That doesn't frighten me the slightest. I also want to say it's kind of wild, like the stuff they decide to protest. Like this is gonna come across horribly, but I'm gonna say it anyway. If your country is a literal narco state, And if the majority of the country is being ran by the narco government, are expats jacking up rent in Roma Norte and Condesa, very specific neighborhoods, and it's only like two or three neighborhoods where that happens. Are they really your biggest enemy? I don't know. Food for thought. I think that's interesting. When you miss the hot Mexican girls, man, you guys are gonna you're bringing out all the all of my unpopular opinions. I'll leave it at this. I When people talk about like typically good-looking Latinas and the countries they bring up, do you guys feel they ever mention Mexico? Because they don't. It's always like Colombia, Venezuela, um, Brazil. No one ever raves about Mexico. Like I'm trying to be as careful as I can here, but and it's very subjective. But it also has to do with diet. It also has to do with exercise being ingrained in your culture. Like in Brazil, um, thank you so much, Ida. You are the absolute best. I appreciate you. I'm gonna read your. I'm just gonna finish my thought. So, like, I think the Brazilian women have a better rep when it comes to being good looking because they take care of their diet, they take care of exercising, and that's not something that is ingrained in Mexican culture. It's just not. Like Mexico has delicious food, but yeah, people eat a lot of tacos. They really do, and they eat a lot. Like sugar is ingrained in the culture, like sugary drinks, sodas. So that's like a long-winded way to say that Mexico is not known for having the most beautiful women in the world, and that's my opinion. That's subjective, but again, if you could probably do a Google search. Like you can Google search that, and Google will tell you like what countries are known. There are certain states in Mexico that are known to have like the most beautiful women. Sonora is one of them. My ex happens to be from Sonora. Obviously, it's really funny when you date a woman from Sonora in Mexico, and you tell like when I told my colleagues, and obviously they had never seen her, they were like, "Oh, I know she's good looking, right?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it's funny. That's a real thing." So to answer your question, I will not miss the hot Mexican girls. Like that's not why I'm there. Um, I'm gonna go chronologically. What is your main goal in life? Build a family and own a house or something else? Main goal is stay healthy, stay happy, own a house, start a family, maybe one day own a gym. That would be dope. Um, get better at yoga and just make the most out of it, man. Nothing crazy, nothing special. Maybe one day do a TED talk. Like those are dreams I have. Those are not goals. Um, what if you can earn more, scale your coaching business, and more YouTube? Well, I'm already like I can't do more YouTube. Like it's not mentally feasible. Like I'm putting out at least two videos a week. I'm putting out three lives a week. The content is me and my life. There's nothing. There's no. It wouldn't make sense to try and bust out more content. I'm already like I mentioned this in yesterday's live. Like I'm not gonna nowhere near burnt out. Don't get me wrong, but I'm already kind of like feeling like I've been on a crazy run for the last 3 months, and I'm getting kind of tired. So it is to be expected that I'm gonna take a big break once, like after my surgery. So don't freak out if you don't hear from me. And yeah, like if you can earn more, like I'm not like moving in with my parents wouldn't save me that much money, man. Because also life in Belgium is a lot more expensive than Mexico. Don't forget that. Like, and my rent is not that crazy. I negotiated a good rent, so that's not. I wouldn't. Thank you, King of the Dead. Have a good day, Any advice for keeping on day by day? Breaking it down in the sense of like you don't really have the choice. It like what's your alternative? You're gonna kill yourself? I don't think that's a good idea. Um, no, the biggest advice I could give you with that, structure. Structure and planning of your day. I think a lot of people get depressed and sad and because they wake up and they don't have like a structure. Like that's why I love the gym. Like because that's the first thing I'm doing in the morning. It used to be, not anymore. That or yoga or run. Like make it so that you set an alarm clock. You should never not have an alarm clock because that means that you're just floating through life. You don't have anywhere to be. Make it so that you have somewhere to be. Um, so yeah, that's the first thing I would tell you. Um, know what you're doing when you go to bed the next day. That's my advice, King of the Dead. Have you been in a trap or some issues because of some Mexican chicas? What are all these questions about Mexican chicas and Latinas? It's funny. It's something I brought it up in another live. Like, and this is not coming at you guys. Like, I appreciate the questions. I'm just there's a real current on the internet of content, and it comes with the whole pastor bros thing. But there's this fetish, fetish fetishization. I always struggle with that one. Fetishization of Latinas. Like they're like these mythical elves, like these like sexual creatures. And it's like it's not all that, guys. Like it's pros and cons. And it comes with a lot of cons too. And it's yeah, I feel like hmm, it's interesting how a lot of Western men are shifting towards like just idolizing Latinas and like they seem to think that these women are just these like sex dolls that are just like always dancing salsa and bachata and they're like hola papi qué rico cómo estás and it's like yeah a little bit but also you're gonna be dealing with a lot of irrational emotions a lot of jealousy a lot of drama literally for the sake of making drama um a lot of honestly sometimes childish behavior. I mean, yeah, but if that's your like, I don't want to. Now it sounds like I'm dissing Latinos. That's not what I want to do. I'm just saying like people like to think they're the end all be all to your problems, and they're like the perfect partner. And it's like it depends on who you are. If you value stability, if you value peace, and like if you value low drama living, might not be the best option for you. I'm just saying. Um, but I've never been in a trap. No, nah. They're not trapping the Viking. Ida, I apologize that it took me so long to get to this, to your question, because once again, you have made an incredibly generous donation. And as I've mentioned many times already, this channel would not be the same without your support. So I just want to first and foremost make that very clear and really highlight that. Hi, Lorenz. Your queen goddess Frigga has entered the chat. I love the intro. I would like to know more about your coaching services. People come to me when they need help or advice in their lives. Do you think I would learn anything? If you're also okay, what I offer, and that's why I don't know if you've noticed it, but in my the only thing in my video description I ever have is um, if you're interested in my coaching or mentorship service, email me at lorenz@researchgmail.com. Um, the reason I added that mentorship word is because that rings more close and true to what I do. I'm not a life coach in the sense of like I have this set structure and a bunch of theoretical knowledge or a degree. Um, to help you because that's not what I do. That's not what I have. To put it super bluntly, my entire life, I have been the person that my friends turn to when everything implodes or when they have a breakup or when they have issues in life. And I've been helping my friends and people in general with that since I was like literally, I want to say 15 years old. Because I'm a natural empath. Um, I'm good at coming up with solutions. I'm solution oriented. I like to think I have mm, a creative mind as it pertains to overcoming hardships and dealing with the burden of life. And then, ironically enough, the whole cancer stuff happens, and now I feel like I wear my degree on my face. I have my certificate right here in plain sight. Pulling the face card. But all jokes aside, I was always that guy, like that people came to for help and guidance. And then I was like, I should like do this for anybody that's willing to pay me. So that's what I do, Ida. Like what I offer is super rational, logical advice. Like you're basically hiring a best friend that is truly invested in your happiness, in your progress, and in what needs to happen in a concrete manner, in a very like hands-on, taking steps, taking action manner to better your life, to better your reality, to get over that breakup, to get rid of that anxiety, to get over that depression, like to climb up out of that hole. That's what I offer. That's why I like to think of myself more as a mentor than a life coach. Because yeah. So you asking me, do you think I would learn anything? That depends on like you would have to give me the things you're struggling with. Mm, you would have to tell me like what is something that's yeah, basically that. Like so it's not like I just have like things ready to teach you. If that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. But once again, thank you so much for donating. You are the absolute best. You're such a champion. Antonin, yes, Mexican people are really in a situation of overweight in this country. Yeah, so like Mexico has the number one obesity rate in the world. So it would be kind of impressive if they were able to juggle that with also having the most attractive women in the world. Like, you see what I'm saying? It doesn't really add up. Um, it's just, I sound like a douche saying this. I sound like an absolute asshole saying this. But it's really just true. Like, if you take a bunch of people and you give them a bunch of sugar and carbs on the daily, and you don't really like they're not really into working out like that. Um, yeah, spaghetti. I've always wanted the late pipe on a Latina girl. Are they easy to get or do they play hard to get? More Latin. What is it with the Latina questions? Man, you guys are. Is it me? I don't think so, right? Like I don't shape my I don't shape my content to make it come across that way, do I? You guys are making me self-conscious. Um, are they easy to get? There's no such thing as like you can't. So like a Latina girl could literally be a girl from like 12 different countries, if not more. So that's like comparing a Dominican girl to a Colombian girl to a Venezuelan girl to an Argentinian girl to a Guatemalan girl to a Mexican girl. Like no, they're different. Like so I'm gonna talk about Mexicans because that's I'm assuming what you're talking about. Mexican girls, the Mexican people are super Catholic. They're very conservative. They will typically not give it up like that just because you're some Western dude. Like, I mean, exceptions apply, but in general, no, Mexican girls are not cheap or like easy. I would not say so. Like there's like I'll put it like this: there's other countries with women that are a lot more inclined to, you know, rapidly engage in sexual activities. Mexican women are not one of them. They are not. They are not. Which is a great thing. Like, let me be clear. I think this is awesome. I like that. Um, they have the same shape as an average American. Yeah, which means, like Americans are not really good looking people either. Um, just wondering, do you get a lot of sponsors asking you to promote your stuff? I don't, bro. I don't got sponsors. Zero. I wish I had a sponsor. My sponsor is literally Ida. Like she's here. You can thank her. Shout out to my sponsor, man. Shout out to Ida. Like I'm not kidding. She like no sponsors besides her. And Iwa. Shout out Iwa. You always come true too. How to overcome stretch marks and facial disfigurement in the close approaching middle age. Hydrate the skin. Diet is everything. Limit alcohol intake. Take up yoga, stretching, cardio. Eat avocados like bi-daily. Take omega-3 supplement from Nordic Naturals, 2x omega. Mm, sunblock every day. You don't leave the house before you put on sunscreen. Um, yeah, man, you might hate this question. What happened with the girl that was into Bitcoin and you did the podcast with? Feel free to not answer. That's my ex, Katya. Don't worry, man. You're not offending me. That was my ex, Katya. We were together for 2.5 years. That's my longest relationship of my life. Um, she is living in Antwerp right now, which is like 45 minutes away from where my parents live in Belgium. She's thriving. She's a badass, man. She's super independent, super smart. She makes a ton of money. She's got a crazy job working for the European Union. She's like super active, still going to the gym, dancing salsa all the time, traveling all the time. She's a boss bitch. She's yeah, forever young and forever active and yeah, doing great. Ida. I too was always that girl that people trusted and can rely on day or night. I am not struggling with anything but others are. Hmm. Ida. And now we know why you gravitate towards the content and why you like the content. Scroll down. Do you see yourself muscle pumping until old age, or will you switch to bodyweight only? I love lifting the weights. So yeah, yeah. I think I'll always see myself doing that. No, I don't think I'm not a calisthenics like I like pull-ups, so I like leg raises, but I'm not into calisthenics like that. I feel calisthenics is a lifestyle, and it's not really what I'm about. I love lifting weights. Yeah, I'll be doing the incline bench, yeah, until I'm literally 80 or 90. Do you hydrate your scars always? I mean, I put on a quick. I wake up and I just smear on like some lotion basically. I just think it's about keeping it hydrated. I'm not sure that getting the most expensive French formula brand is like that imperative. I believe in hydrating your skin, so you just take like skin lotion, smear it on there. You're good. I mean, that's what I think. And people tell me I look kind of young. Um, I don't offer coaching services, but I will talk with you for free if you need someone. Ida, this guy was trying to flirt with you yesterday. You know he's trying to get in on the coaching. You already know. I see what I'm peeping game, man. I'm peeping game. I love the chat. Cold water and hydration skin. I don't think the temperature of the water has any impact on like skin quality as far as like avoiding wrinkles and stuff is concerned. Um, I'm sure that if you take like I know that if you take cold showers and ice baths, it's good for like your health and your heart, but it's not gonna make you look younger or like it's not gonna directly affect how your skin looks. Guys, can you do me a favor? Can you hit the thumb? That would be so cool. We have 9 thumbs and 18 people. It would be so sick if we could like double of that. I would appreciate that. Like obviously Ida makes incredible donations, and I understand not everybody is able to do so. Um, but that is how you guys can contribute. I feel like I'm stuttering more lately. It's weird. I'm getting off the weed and now I start stuttering. I think it's the universe telling me to get back on. Cold water is gonna debloat your face in the morning, blood circulation. But yeah, you're right. Yeah, like I'm sure it does like a ton of great things. But as to it like directly affecting the quality and longevity of your skin the way it does with like the way a moisturizer cream does, I don't think so. But it's really yeah, cold water is always good. I can take cold showers when it's like hot summer days. But aside from that, I love my warm showers, man. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Lena. You guys rock. Yeah. Keep the questions coming, guys. I'm here. I am here. Oh, bro, I've been somewhere in Mexico so many times. So many times. Yeah. Like I'm telling you guys what to do, but I have actually for like I don't put on sunblock on my face nearly enough. I really need to get on that. What's the plan for surgery? So they're just gonna take care. Oh, they're gonna. I think the plan is to take it out. Yeah, that is to take out the iron because the bone should be strong enough to operate by itself at this point. So hoping it's gonna be a cut and dry surgery. I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling excited. I was telling somebody yesterday, like for me, for most people, surgery is like, oh my God, no, nightmare. For me, surgery has always meant escape, progression, plan, finally, solution, cure, less pain, less discomfort, improvement. Those are all the keywords that I associate with surgery. Surgery for me is a blessing. It's an honor. It's a privilege. It's like, oh, I get the like, especially since I've been living in Mexico. Ah, shit. My, hold on. I'm gonna get another battery. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad. My bad, guys. I'm back. I messed up, as I always seem to do. Okay, let's hope this works. Trying to fix it. Trying to get the show on the road. Okay, we should be back. And we are. One that I can coming through in the clutch. See, what happened was the battery overheated. So yeah, I was basically saying her knee surgery is a blessing. It's great. Ida is such a queen for making it rain money. Ida is a goddess, man. She's legend, legendary. There's never been a person in the 8 years of my channel that has donated more often and higher amounts consistently than Ida, and is not close. It's not like she's she's like an actual physical pillar of the channel. I make more content, I do more lives because I, at this point, can basically count on the fact that she's gonna come in and donate through Super Chat and support the channel. And not just that, but then also incite others to do the same. Like she's probably responsible for about 39% of all of my content in the past 3 months because I literally I would not have made it had she not turned YouTube into an actual legit respectable source of mini income for me. So I put more time into it because it's paying off because of people like her. We should start donating directly to your PayPal. YouTube be taking a big chunk. That is true. I'm not gonna lie. We should get on that. My question is, let me ask Ida about that. Ida, how do you feel? Because I feel like, okay, so for those who don't know, Live Threader is discussing the fact that instead of sending super chats, people should be sending through PayPal. YouTube takes more than, in total, they take about 35 to 40% of the super chat donations. Yes, you heard right. If you send me $200, I get about 110. So now I'm sacrificing this crazy chunk every time. Now you ask me, bro, why haven't you addressed that? Why haven't you told anyone on the channel, like, it doesn't make any fucking sense for you guys to send through here because YouTube is literally like taking it, right? Taking like these are my, and I'm so happy you asked me this because I feel like if I brought up this, I wouldn't even feel comfortable bringing up this question. And this is in the same vein of people telling me to start a GoFundMe and all these things to like help people send me money, and I'm like, I don't feel comfortable with that. And so the reason is because one, I feel like a part of the reason why people also do it is because of the community element. They send super chats because then it's like a big bright thing. It stays up there, it gets pinned to the top, and like the rest of the community sees who's like the one really contributing. I feel like that's part of the thing they like. That's part of the service that the super chatter is buying. They're not just donating to you; they're paying for a service that is multifaceted. And so I would basically be saying like, "Hey, I'm gonna take that away from you. Like, I'm just gonna be like, breaking news." Like, I would check my phone, and if somebody told me, "Hey, I sent you something," I would check my phone, and then I see it immediately, and then I would just announce it like, "Hey, breaking news! Like, Ida just donated this amount to the channel." That's how I would do it. But maybe people would not like that. Like, they would not like the lack of like extra attention and spotlight on them. So like that's what it's called after all. It's called super chat, right? And so I don't know. Give me your take on that. What do you think, Ida? Do you think we should do that and we should like cut YouTube out in terms of them taking a shit ton of my money? But what do you guys think? Because that's like a reason why I haven't brought that up. That's the god honest truth. That's like I didn't think about this for months. I'm like, man, how am I gonna look telling you people like, yo, you know what? Can you like just send it straight to my PayPal? I feel dirty even saying that shit. I feel somehow I'm being like um in the like I guess it's the Belgian in me. I feel like I'm breaking some rule. Like you know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm not doing things the right way. I'm gonna start asking reading some more questions. How the F do I start training when I'm completely out of shape? Well, I walk a lot, but I would love to get some muscles. I want shoulders like yours. Lina, weight training. Literally just weight training and start. If you need a coach, you can hire me for that as well. You can send me an email and I can literally put you on a basic program on how to start lifting weights. But yeah, weight training. Get in that. And it doesn't matter that you're out of shape. You're going to do it with the lightest weight possible. And guess what? You're going to be able to do it. Lice threader. Do you still think of your last ex? Thoughts from trying to win her back? I know you mentioned that it wasn't your fault. Lice threader is hitting. He's hitting me. He's hitting with the good questions today. Yeah, man. Bro, I had a dream. I'm off of the weed, so I'm having all these nightmares. I had a dream last night about my ex. Just last night. Dreamt about her for hours. It's crazy. Like, yeah, no, that's still like that's something that hurt me a lot. That whole situation hurt me a lot. It definitely left a lot of scars. Oh, so shit. Hold on, not my last ex though. I'm reading back the question. Nah, not my last ex. The one before that. No, that's horrible. You tricked me. You tricked me. So yeah, no. Thoughts on trying to win her back. So my last ex, that's not. We're not gonna get back together. We're good. We are moving on. We are. I just adore you. I adore you too. I appreciate you. What's up, Alessandra? I'll send you money as well. Thank you, Life Threader. So this is. I'll put my. That is my PayPal idea. Will your face? This is a good question. Will your face change after the surgery, or is it just the part with the steel that gets covered? So I don't know. That's a very good question because I literally do not know. Yes, I think about it. Yes, I worry about it. I hope it's not going to be a thing. I hope it's not going to be a reason for concern. The parts with the steel will not get covered. Like the hole will get closed up, but it's not like we're going to harvest tissue anywhere else that then subsequently paste it on the side of my face. That's not like including that part, like if we were to try and harvest new tissue to make a transplant, um, um, then it would be a lot harder surgery. It would be a much bigger like procedure, more danger, more recovery. Like it would just yeah. But that is possible. But hopefully not. Probably not. I hope not. You should do it, man. We would feel better knowing you received the amount. Well, there you go, man. Like anybody that wants to donate through PayPal from here on out, that's my PayPal idea. You told me the last, but I don't want to make it too much of a thing. You see what I'm saying? Like I don't want to focus too much. Like yes, I appreciate the money. Yes, I need the money. Yes, part of the reason why I do this is for the extra money. But I don't want to talk about that all the time in the lives and make that too big of a here we go. Janice. As I recall, you invited your ex-girlfriend in Belgium to spend the day with you. Your girlfriend in Mexico got upset because of her trust issues. I can see what she got upset. Fair, fair. Yeah. That is true. And the biggest regret I have is betraying her trust. Betray because she told me, she was like, "That's my one thing. Like, I don't want you to lie to me about anything, no matter how small. You don't lie to me." And I didn't say, I didn't. Yeah, I didn't cheat. No, I didn't. But I did lie, and that could be, you know. But I did not cheat. That is a fact. Not even close. I was playing voice like notes of my girl to my ex. I'm like, here, listen to her voice. Like I was talking about her for 3 hours. Fucking obsessed with her. Obsessed. Get her back. Bro, I tried. I tried. I literally, I shot all the shots. I did everything. Bro, like, last thing I did was write her a letter. Like a real written letter. And that's not that long ago. Like, trust me, I tried. Trust me, I tried. Anybody know that song called Love Letter by Nick Cave? Really good song. Love letter, love letter. It's a good song. Check it out. But yeah, Janice is correct. Janice is bringing the tea. I'm getting fucking pummeled on my own channel. It's funny though. I love how she's like, actually, let me just intervene. I'm just watching the live. So let me. But you're right. You're right. You're right. That is what happened. That is a very accurate summarization of what happened. Kind of a real letter on paper. Yes, yeah, yeah, like a proper letter, 2 pages in Spanish. Yeah, but at some point you gotta face the facts. So you're not gonna try again, knowing she's single and out there. I don't even think she's single. First of all, I'm not sure. I don't know, but I don't think so. I know she was like dating someone at some point. And bro, I'm telling you, I've already tried. I've tried more than once. Like I tried. At some point, you can't keep trying. Like you gotta like chill. You don't want to turn into yeah. I feel like she's still in your mind. I'm telling you guys, it's still in my mind. Like I'm telling you guys all the time that it is. Like I mention it a lot. I feel like fairly often I'll bring it up. You live in a simulation. Ooh, 1-7 coming in with the hard hitting facts. It's a simulation, dog. Hmm. All right, guys. Any more questions? The time is now. Oh man, so romantic. She means a lot to you. Yeah, let's get off the ex girl topic because this is like a little bit too personal. But for the sake of having a good session and a good hangout, why not? She's gonna come crawling back. Hmm. Not so sure about that, buddy. I'm actually considering going for a walk soon. Because it's like I'm just looking outside at the weather the whole time. It's like really good weather. And it's 8, 7 p.m. evening, and it's still like super bright and light out. I love summer. This is fun. Would absolutely love a live walking session. Yeah, that could be a real idea. That could be a real thing to do. Are the bugs and mosquitoes alright if we go walking? Hmm. Um. It depends. If you go near the water, because we have like some canals. I'm gonna show you guys. I showed you yesterday's live. If you go walking near the canals right now, it's gonna be a lot of mosquitoes, a lot of bugs. I've been getting a lot of bites. My back is filled with bites, but this is like what it looks like. God damn. Those are the Belgian canals, baby. This is my little village where I live, right here. Looks like AI, right? Man, Michael Aurelius, you are the motherfucking man. Thank you so much, dude. I think your honesty and inspiration needs to get a donation from me. Do you have a great advice for overcoming anxiety? And do you follow a philosophy? Thank you so much, man. You are the fucking guy. Mm, a great advice for overcoming anxiety. I do follow a philosophy, and it's tied into overcoming anxiety. I might even get this tattooed one day. I know it sounds whatever, but it's a quote by Marcus Aurelius, and it goes, so it's Stoicism, and it goes, it never ceases to amaze me how much we care about the opinion of others whom we don't even respect ourselves. Like the people that make me feel ugly or like not good enough or like insecure are the same ones. Like I look at them and I wouldn't want to be them. I don't respect them. I don't look up to them. Yet I'm affected by their opinion and view of me. That doesn't make any sense. So a lot of anxiety comes from that. But then also in a practical way, bro, cardio. Any type of cardio, it massively helps with anxiety or yoga. And I know you might not want to get into yoga because you think it's gay or it's stupid or this or that. Bro, I try yoga. I'm telling you, man, I couldn't be like a bigger advocate. Like everything in life gets better if you do yoga. Everything just becomes better. Everything goes better. So if you're struggling with anxiety, I know you're like, how is stretching gonna help that? Bro, stretching releases the toxins and the stuff that gives you the anxiety. It's like giving yourself a massage. That's what yoga is. Yeah, breathing exercises and meditation. So like breathing exercises and meditation is literally both yoga. It's literally both yoga. How far do you live from Brussels? Um, like an hour and 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Yeah, Janice. The mosquitoes, they be getting me too, man. They be getting at me. Franorge oxa. What does that mean? The only thing yoga doesn't fix is filling my bank account. Yeah, that's true. And that's why we don't let money dictate everything we do. Part of it, yes, but not everything. Because then we would not be doing the good shit. Because guess what? You don't get paid for the good shit. You don't get paid. Man, talking about mosquitoes, man, got my bites itching. All right, guys, we're like 54 minutes in, so I think we put in the work to get today, guys. I think we made like a real good video. We put in the goddamn work. We got 55 minutes of content for you guys. We got a bunch of good questions. We said some wild shit that's certainly gonna rile some people up, get some more engagement going. I'm kidding, man. But not real talk. This was a very nice live. I had a blast. You guys asked me super good questions. I feel like we got some proper coherent rants in. I'm gonna sleep like a baby tonight because I've had a big weekend. A lot of partying. Hmm. So yeah, thank you so much for coming. Thank you for being here, and we will get back to it soon. I'm gonna try to do like a last live right before maybe like Tuesday night. I can do a live. Yeah, we'll see. Thanks for being here, guys. Appreciate all the questions, and I'll be back soon with more of this. If you have any last questions, the time is now. I'm gonna give you guys like 2 more minutes. Watching the clock. Gonna get close to 59 minutes of content there, dude. Talking shit, talking about nothing. Filling it up though. Filling it up. Let's see what the neighbors are doing. This is the eagle's nest. Full control. Ain't nobody walking in or out of this bitch without me having seen it. Full control of the street, both sides. Mm. Go! That was like me trying to be a hog. How many push-ups can you do in one go? Oh man, like 50. It was really great chatting with you. Thank you, Ida. Michael, you should have this scheduled live once a week. So many would set a time to it. Right now it's hit or miss. That's so funny. Doing it before you enter live. That is actually, yeah, man, that's smart. See, that's the type of input I need. Let me figure out which is the day that I like. Um, can do a set live. Probably Saturday. Maybe so. Sunday. Probably Saturday. I agree with Michael. Yeah. The one before you enter live. Bro, I'm not. You crazy, man. You think I'm gonna be doing push-ups for your ass? If you send me $100, I'll do push-ups. $100. I'm not doing no goddamn push-ups. That's crazy. $100, playboy. I'll get you some push-ups. You crazy? It's 8:15 p.m. on a Sunday. I'm a wreck. I'm destroyed. I'm dead. Serengeti. Are you really convinced that women care much less about appearance than men do? I think they care less, but not by that much as a general rule. Yeah, no, I agree with you. I'm sure it's like not like less, but probably not that much less. Tired, boy. All right, so that was it. Once again, thank you for checking in. I'm gonna take that into consideration and start doing these lives at a set time. Leave a comment below if you want me to do these at a set time so you get to join and ask me questions and like talk to me. All right. Thank you so much. Good night. Good evening. 59 minutes on the motherfucking dot.